Okay. Good Monday morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia. I am the head trader and one of the coaches at TradeGATEHub, sponsored by, here we go, Tradeview Markets. A lot going in across the board with Tradeview Markets. We have, first of all, everybody should be following our social media. Just a huge expos we're doing in Dubai. Another one, the whole team, including Tim, is going to London. I'm here in New York doing my videos. We got Coach in San Diego, California, doing his videos. We got Surfs Up. He's outside in South America. We got everything going on across the globe. So be aware. If you're not in Tradeview Markets, you're out of Tradeview Markets, and you want to be in it this time. All right, so let me sign in just the same as everybody else. Okay, I got a couple of more. I got to cover my screen. Oh my God, Tesla's fine. Lucid, no one wanted it, naturally. Okay, I got a couple of emails. Monday morning is, everybody knows the most amount of data that I put out. You know what I mean? So I have a great summation of the markets, Coach, already. All right, I put out data last night, and listen, it's only a couple hours into the trading week, and I already posted it for those regulars. Obviously, the map going on today, throughout the week, the economic calendar, even throughout the month of November. But this is what I wanted to say. Look at this. You see how good we are? Picture in picture. You could see as you can watch Coach's video as I'm talking. I mean, that's great stuff. Okay, so what I wanted to say is that those that missed the video and can't catch this live as I scroll through, or I usually put a ton amount of data. Suppose somebody wants to, sign in on a Wednesday and wants to see the data that I put out mostly through, the important ones that try to be dynamic, at least throughout the week on Monday. The data doesn't go back that much here, so I want to keep continuing and scrolling through at least what I posted as I talk. So people that missed this Monday morning video can go to our Red YouTube channel and, of course, catch Coach's video that was already done an hour ago, garnishing 70 views, and that's probably 170 views less than it should be, because Coach's way to lead off the week is a real hell of a macro way to do it. And I also do it in TradeGATEHub, starting with multiple TGH guest member Helene. Bottom line is, you can go throughout the week, is what my point is, to go through the YouTube channel and play Monday's video and pause it if you want. All right, so let me go to what I posted here. I'll even pause the picture in picture just to be more specific. I started posting on Sunday night. Why? Because I'm fired up. No, it's just because I want people overseas to have a little bit of an edge going into the market from Sunday night into Monday morning, Eastern, that is. Okay. A TGH tradition. Sox looking to start the week off. By the way, this was the Sox. Semi's the weakest group today, sans Nvidia, but I don't even know if that's a Sox anymore, a Semi. URA, there's the chart on uranium, and I posted right here, CCJ top in class flow all year, top in calls. Let's go to the CCJ chart. It's been the cleanest chart in trade in some time, this CCJ uranium. You can go to the other ones, UEC, what happened there? Uranium, the URA. So CCG, obviously the one taking calls, best of breed. It's still taking calls. Okay, uranium. Chart on the dollar. I don't have to extrapolate there. Coach will do that. Helene. Even the Economist is all over the Mag 7. Soon my mother, I get that, Helene. Some stats on where we stand. I don't want to repeat this. Hedge funds are now the least long financial stocks if they bid data. Okay, I punched up a good one today. Goldman's actually forming a bull flag. Get interested there. There's the long term on Goldman. There's the weekly on Goldman. Then I went across the board. I did buy some Citibank. I'm actually in long. What's wrong here? Weekly. There's weekly. I am long some Citibank in the fund. Citibank, there it is. They knew something. Marchies, boy, that looks even better, right? Look at that, reverse head and shoulders. Coach will probably say what even is the weekly, but the one that I want to go in today is Morgan Stanley. There's Morgan Stanley above the power earnings, or at least above the gap. Flagging, there's the gap here. Looking good. Let's go to the weekly. That one took the most amount of calls. It's going to need some time to wear off. But Morgan Stanley, definitely I'd be interested. How about the other ones? Regionals. Coach loves regionals. He should, because he's good on charting regionals. Nothing. Next. I mean, you want to put it away, fine. I think it's just got, the KRE is like Walmart. If you want to buy a retail stock, I'm not really, although Walmart is breaking high and it is in the fund. There's the daily. Speaking of Walmart, I mean, this is like a CCJ to me, like 6 months ago. Just keeps breaking high, keeps breaking high. Although we know CCJ is a little sexier, but there's Walmart. Okay, let's keep going back to the routine. Hedge funds, CTAs will need to cover an additional 72 billion in equity short positions over the next week. My opinion is they front ran that and they knew that into Friday, maybe even washing off some of it today. It's supposed to wash out by Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, the latest. I have it written down here. What did I say? Sell. This is what my plan is. Sell before Thursday at the latest in the short covering. They started doing it already, but who am I to the crystal ball here? I've been saying all the time how I've been more short-sighted than ever. Again, I'm just going through these so anybody that missed the video can at least pause it and know what I'm talking about. All eyes on Bitcoin ETF. Okay, equity mutual funds have currently the highest exposure to technology stocks ever recorded. That's the magnificent seven. With that being said, is what you want to, until these magnificent seven, what you want them to do is you want them to cool off. And I don't care if the dogs catch up. You want these to catch at least to cool off a little bit. So they comprise these seven, a lot of the indexes. So I wouldn't be surprised if the indexes maybe move a little bit more as these start to wash out a little bit, and some of the underbelly stocks, start to bounce. And the reason why I say that is why the underbelly stocks is this: hedge fund short exposure in single names. All right, we know they're not short NVIDIA, or because they're over. I just said how they're over. They're not short the Magnificent Seven. What they might be short is a plug. Here's plug. And you know what? They might be right, but soon they're going to have to take some off. So they might be short plug power. Or as we said before, they got some of the financials. Or they might be short like a Kohl's or a J-Win or an AEHR or a Bill, something like that. So like I said before, the plan is, until these Magnificent Seven start to cool off, keeping a floor under the market, I'd be looking at other stocks to put the floor in. The RSP, the S&P equal weight. How about the IWM? Well, let's do some catch up here with the IWM on the 3-day gap up and start to build a base in the floor, which may include those financials that I've already said that is still short. So it's not really that bullish market behavior when a handful of stocks leading the market and the rest of the market is basically short to a degree. I'm not really looking to buy any of the seven on the pullback. I'm long a handful of them, but I mean, I'm really trying to take advantage of stocks that are shorter. That's not really my investment. I really don't like to trade that way, because if I'm in a bunch of stocks that they don't cover short, then I'm stuck in one of these dogs that I don't want to be in, like a plug. But thank God I didn't go in. What else am I stuck in? What laggards am I in? No, I don't want to get into it. All right. Also, need mega caps to pull back and not to be so crowded with a slight flight to safety so far. And text. Look at the energies and the financials to maybe bounce or build a floor or short squeeze, whatever it is, if in fact these seven do cool off. But the point being is, aside for those seven or a couple of stocks that are acting well outside of that, ancillary ones, hedge funds are short individual names. So it's either they're gonna, there's more to it than that. How about that? Let me go back and continue the routine. And this is, by the way, I almost try to make this chronological order to the T. I understand in any business, consistency is the key. I try to be even consistent with the chronological data that I put out, because I'm not going to put out high flyers for the day and then put out a macro chart from Helene and then put out what's moving right now. I want them to be, build up the macro plan into the, narrow in into what's moving. Pardon me. I think I did do a decent job doing that. If anybody begs to everybody begs to differ, I'm always open for complaints, comments, or questions. Data this week, This week in focus, go by day. Tuesday, there's what's going on. Wednesday, here's what's going on. Go through it your own time. I'm going to go a little slower so people can catch this. All day, Friday, here's the earnings for the week. Key events this week, I also posted key events right there. Also something to look at, percent of stocks above their moving averages. That right there, Mary, is a short-term map. You know what I mean? That's like Google. That's like a navigator. Wait a minute. Credit default swaps, a non-issue. You know, until we break this floor here, I also wanted to bring this up here. You know, we might be a little bit range from now. The market, the Fed has been, the market has, it seems like, has been leading the Fed until the Fed makes some type of hint, and then the market adjusts to what the Fed might do. It's not really the Fed leading the market. The Fed allowed the market to dictate the conditions. Then when rhetoric gets a little bit skewed, they speak, and then people, so this is even in money or credit default swaps. Here's the range. And the market, to a degree, also, outside of that magnificent 7 that's keeping a little bit up here, you could see there it's almost identical, sans those handful of stocks. Keep that in mind. Short-term composite, short-term sentiment. We're a little cooked, but that's fine. Maybe, as the 7 cool off, or, maybe the rotation is going to be more prevalent, and they're going to be, a wave of red on my screen of profit taking and or shorting. It's happening again as I speak. Sentiment, the intimate indicator. I'm trying to talk too fast. My brain goes way too fast. My CTA models indicate that equity and bond shorts did indeed come off some. Sector sentiment. There's energy, as I pointed out before. That might be the one to bounce. I'm sure fins are right behind it. Actually, they bounced more. So energy looks like the one that might bounce a little bit. Hedge fund exposure and single names. Like I said last night, they're all in the 7. Let's go into the live screen, and anybody getting some questions or anything. The action pulls back. Thanks, Coach. Great interview. I don't have to watch it. Lewis is back in the fold. Lewis back in with Disney. Disney's hanging in there. Disney was at the high today. Look at Disney. Now you want that to rest. You want it to back. The healthy action in Disney now, if at all, it's actually obviously healthier there, going from 78 to almost 90 the other day, is you want it to go back in the gap. Let somebody shake it out again. Let somebody who bought it, took a shot at 80, and then you see it go to 90, and maybe it goes back to 86, and they say, okay, I took a shot at Disney long. I'm not really that confident in the picture. So you want it to fill the gap. You want there to be some more big news for it to basically regain the 200-day and base the 200-day, almost like it, analogous to here. Let's go to the weekly. All right, let's look at the other stocks in the group. If you compare Disney to Para and all these other ones, Para, no base, it did bounce nicely. That was a squeeze. Stock goes from 10 to 14, just like Lemonade did the squeeze, pulled all the way back down. That's why you don't want to be getting caught in these shorts, in these dogs of just because of short squeezes only. All right, you thought you would have a 200-day floor in Lemonade after it squeezed from 10 to 18. It quickly broke that from 15 to 14. Now it might be a trade from the gap here with these moving average conversion, but I certainly wouldn't be looking for any time. It made the move. It makes that move once every 6 months, maybe. All right, next. I hope I'm on the side. Yeah, okay. Lewis, good job. Earnings always posted. Chevron calls they're taking. Blink eye stocks that were hot from Friday. You. What was hotter than you? With the most volume it's done in some long time. 2-day delay. A 2-day up now. 28. Maybe it goes 30 to strike price this whole week. Who knows? Maybe it's just being pushed up within that Goldman Gamma play, if you will. Okay. K-Web. The K-Web calls are flying. I don't know what's going on here. I did buy a little SPY. Chart on the SPYs. There we are. We need rest. There's no denying that. Let's look at the wise guys are doing. D-Dog. How about D-Dog? The ones are acting well. How about the Magnificent 8? D-Dog still acting well. Flagging. Taking calls. Wouldn't short it. D-Dog acting well. What else? TTD at the blow up day acting nicely. It's got a little gap in, it's got some wearing off to do. Firm after the numbers pulling back a little bit, actually taking some good calls. Win had earnings hanging in there. China hanging in there with calls. Win, you know what? I wouldn't put it. LI, Long Island, New York. Actually, I'm joking. That's the the battery maker, the Tesla Chinese maker cars. Tesla actually hanging in there is what better than it usually does. Other stocks, Roblox hanging in there. If you want to buy it, this is the spot. CRISPR. See that CRISPR? I was chirping. I was going CRISPR. I'm making money. 37 to 60. CRISPR right now is doing something analogous, almost to lemonade, even though they're apples to oranges. Its chart looks similar. LMND. All right, Nutella. The reason why CRISPR is down is because Nutella wasn't following. Nutella usually goes with both gene editing. So I was following Nutella with CRISPR. So they usually go together as well as edit. But you know what? The best of breed went, and CRISPR is the only one I'm interested in now anymore. Nutella is something wrong. They do data. Maybe it squeezes, maybe it doesn't, but it should have acted a lot better going up with those other stocks now. So let's look at what wise guys are doing. Coach has a guest on 2:00 this afternoon. Gold and silver. What is that? USO at the highs. They're taking crude to the highs. There's the crude chart. Where are you, H? Ham? You waited all week for this freaking move. Where are you? Crude, Chevron, taking some calls. ExxonMobil, massive insider buying in ExxonMobil. But you know what? I think anybody that's a buyer in ExxonMobil long term probably is not in it for a week or two. They're actually going out way long term. All right, let's look what's going on here with the wise guys early in the day. Okay, let's go back. What time is it? 11:15. Let's go back. Zim bearish, Google bearish. November. I don't want anything I'm interested is at Riven acting well today, or at least bouncing. Planeteer, to no surprise. That's the one. Everybody says it moves like a dog, but it's actually Planeteer. It's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? Planeteer. There's the weekly, blah, blah, blah. Planeteer. I buy it here, the stock goes to 17. And I'm not one of those people like when I buy it here, it's going to go down. I'm just saying I'm not in it yet. Same thing it did here. See that? Boom, 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 boom. It did the same thing here. See these move up, although the gap, I need rest. And the kind of calls they're buying are cheap. I need a pullback. Nevada bullish till November. AMC, no interest. So UVXY bearish. Tesla, they're going out till November. UVXY calls. AMC bearish. AMC's all over the tape. See, when I see AMC 4 times in a row, on a Monday, I'm not really, I don't see that much. I could tell already that I'm not interested in much. MTTR, Boeing, PBR, U and TTT bullish. See that? U and TTT bullish. We go to TradeGATEHub. And I warned you this morning, and that was way before Mike V brought up something. Gotta watch this thing. Stocks to iron, TTD and U. Gotta watch these. That was hours ago. Blink. We're all looking at the same thing right now. Plug, TTD, CCJ. Let me go back to what they're doing now, and I'll leave it there. Well, I got a lot going on here, man. No. Riley near Rose. Riley Automotive. Oh, Riley. Said it? All right. Walmart puts. I don't blame them. I mean, I don't trust that. Those are the bad puts. When you buy puts at the high, those are good bullish. U, CLSK bullish, PDD. So CLSK, they're going in there with the little crypto. Not interested. U, they're still going to November. They're causing pain in the shorts. PDD, no introduction. There's the PDD daily. Literally the best China stock on the board by far. Baba, no good. JD, I sold it in the fund. Not interested. When I have to go like this, scroll in and out, that's no good. All right, we'll leave it there. If any questions, Riley near Rose, what's going up? Let's field any questions. I'm still working on my scanner here. I'll get back to everybody. All right, well, good. What has earnings after the close on day? Thanks. Fisker, not interested. Anything I'm interested in here with earnings after the close? Any lottos? Nothing. Not even one. Ah, that sucks. So no lottos for Mike V tonight. No, that's it. Skin. I saw, you know what? I saw a lot of calls going off on that skin. But you know what? I look at this thing. Cream resin the skin. I don't know what this thing is. Not interested in. All right, I'll leave it there. If anybody has any questions, all right, we'll leave it off on a late Monday morning. I'll be here all week. My wife's actually away. Uh, so I'm going down, and this is 24 hours, man. I'm on a run. Not that it makes a difference, but me and Tony Pistachio, we're hunkered down here. So we're fast and furious, putting out some videos, taking all questions. Right again, thanks you for tuning in. Cheers. I'm going to watch Coach's video that he gave. I'll add to more views, for more views as I'm speaking. And then I'm going to do my research on stocks that are trading with good price action, volume, and have decent range, what we always do, along with option flow, and obviously trend and positioning. We're not splitting the atom. We're just making, staying in our lane and doing what we do best. So thank you for tuning in. Have a plan. Cheers for your whole week.